Howdy. I read a whole heck of a lot of books in June, and I thought I would share my thoughts about what I read. Are you ready? Oh, they're also all gay, so I hope you're okay with that. It's June. What did you want from me? They're in no particular order other than how I stacked them here, which is kind of weirdly in rainbow order a little bit, but whatever. Dykette. This is like if the L Word was a book in a way that it's very messy. It's like just three lesbian couples staying at this house. Everyone's a mess. This is a weird, fun time. Also, really love the cover of this like girl cradling a bird. I don't know. Anyway, so that's one. Milk Fed. Another weird book. I want frozen yogurt so bad. Trigger warning, I guess on kind of all of these, check anything I read before you read to make sure you're gonna be alright. But, disordered eating, big time in this one. But this kooky girl who's obsessed with being skinny falls in love with a, frozen yogurt worker, who is a Orthodox Jewish woman. So you can imagine that's maybe not the best combo. Anyway, so Martyr. Everyone talks about this book, and guess what? It's so good. It is a young Iranian man just going through his life. He's really obsessed with the idea of martyrism and what it is to be a martyr, and kind of unpacking what that looks like in his life. Oh, also, sorry, circle back. This book shocked the shit out of me at the end, which I was not expecting, so that's fun. The Great Believers. This is about the AIDS crisis in the early 80s, or late 80s probably is when, 85. So it says on the back. This is beautiful. It's gut-wrenching. It's sometimes difficult to read. Girl, Woman, Other. This is a, like, collection of 12 interconnected people in their stories, the majority of them being women of color in England. This is a beautiful book. It is hard to read. It really does talk about their struggles, their pains, but also their like laughter, the ways in which they choose to continue living when it really becomes difficult, their love and what that means. You have got to lock in because they are all connected and it goes by quick. Like sometimes you're like, whoa. Oh, how do you know each other? It gets a little confusing, but that's a me problem, needing to like zone in, not a this book problem. I think this book is really good. Okay, thank you so much. Next one is The Pairing by Casey McQuiston. They write very just romance books that are queer. I'm not a romance person, so this is not really for me. Again, I think this is a fun, beachy time. If you are looking for no thoughts, fun time, two exes having a little slut off. Speaking of things that aren't for me, This Is How You Lose a Time War. This is, I understand, objectively a good book. This is a good book, and it's short. I am dazed, lost, confused, scared, because I'm not a sci-fi fantasy gal. I have a hard enough time understanding what is going on here right now on this earth. You know, like, I don't know what's happening on Splat, or Splat is not a planet in this, but you know what I mean? Like, it's hard, I don't know how your rules work, and is oxygen real? I can't be thinking about that. So, it's not for me, but it is a good book. And it's so short that you can pull through. You know, you are confused for a good bit of it, but then it's 200 pages. Buckle up, and you'll be fine. And it is good. And I'm glad that I push myself to read things that I don't normally read. That's good for people. People should do that. But if you are at all even interested, kind of, in fantasy or sci-fi, I think this is like you have to read it. It's so good. So, the only nonfiction book I read this month was Why Be Happy When You Could Be Normal by Jeanette Winterson. Jeanette Winterson is one of, if not my favorite author of all time. She wrote Oranges Are Not the Only Fruit, and she wrote I think my favorite book of all time, which is Written on the Body. One of my favorite books of all time. I have too many. This is her memoir. It's so beautiful. She grew up very religious. Her writing, in every single book I've read by her, she makes me LOL, which makes me feel clinically insane. But it's so good. She's so funny, and it's thoughtful, and it's heartwarming, and I loved this book. Giovanni's Room. It took me forever to read this because it's sad. And sometimes I'd be reading it and I'd be like, whoop, nope, not interested in being sad right now, actually. It's beautiful. You just gotta read it. It's yearning and understanding desire and coming to terms with that within your own like compass of morality and whether or not that's a thing that you're fine with. This is so good. I cried and it was good. After Dolores, what a fun little book. I was visiting New York City with with friends, which, you know, as I do, who I am. And we were in this bookstore. Ever and Ashley said, Stephanie, it's 80s New York City weird girl lesbian. And I said, I'll buy it right now. Thank you. And I read it in like 2 days on the subway. It is so fun. It's just a girl losing her mind because she broke up with her girlfriend. Then On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous. Maybe one of the best books ever. So early on in reading it, I realized that this was going to be incredible in a way that there are some books where there is a before you have read that book and an after you have read that book, and I think this is one of those. Okay, then Eat the Ones You Love. This is a weird little book about falling in love with your coworker, and also there is a sentient murderous plant. And this is the only book I've ever read where there is a plant POV. So you gotta give it to it. Then I read 2 books on my Kindle, which I don't have physically. One is Patricia Wants to Cuddle. How do I explain? It's about like a dating show, and then a Yeti starts wreaking havoc. It is weird. I think it's fun. It's really short. It would be, again, a good like beach fun time read. And then the other one I read was Private Rights by Julia something with an A. She's the same one who wrote Our Wives Under the Sea or something. This woman has she has a situation with water. She needs to talk to somebody. I don't know, I'm scared for her. I worry. But it is good. It's about 3 lesbian daughters, love when that happens, and them losing their dad and reckoning with the end of the world due to climate change and late stage capitalism. So it's a fun time. Those are the books I read. If you read books this month that you think I should read, let me know. I'm always looking for books, even though I have so many. So, yeah, okay, bye.